What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking down the 10th year stage of the Dokkan Chronicles. I have heard some nasty things about this stage, so I'm very excited to take a look and see how difficult this is going to be. So for the 10th anniversary stage, we are going to be facing off against Daima Goku, Daima Vegeta, and then the 10th anniversary login Goku here. So we've got more missions than ever here. So we actually have 4 this time. We've got to clear it. We have to clear it with a Rainbow Super Team and a Rainbow Extreme Team. So we are going to have to run it twice at least. And then there's this last mission down here to clear it within 10 turns. So we'll see how easy or hard that's going to be as well. You know, the fact that it's only a 3-phase thing, but then they want us to clear it in 10 turns is like, I'm a little bit weary of what we're going to see happen here. So unfortunately with this team build that we brought, we can't use a friend Vegito as much as we would like to, because Glorio is not on his leader skill. So we're going to go with the full Glorio team. This is the first rainbow setup we've got for Super Class. You know, the theme that I was going with prior, where I was using all of the anniversary teams, you know, throughout, and trying to make sure to use the anniversary headliners. I can't really keep up with that now because I haven't really pulled the anniversary headliners. So as you can see, we did include the Super Saiyan 3 Goku here. He is the only anniversary headliner that I did manage to pull, so he's on the team. If this team is unable to work out for some reason, then I will probably build a different team where we can actually use the friend Vegito as our friend lead, and then that could be kind of our inclusion of like a 10th anniversary LR. But for now, I think we'll stick with this, see how things are going. Okay, let's quickly double check their effects and make sure there's nothing crazy going on, because I guess I'm just assuming the reason this fight is so difficult is because they're going to start putting out things like seals and locking and stuff like that, right? Or like a dodge disabling or whatever. So we'll see. Okay, we're actually gonna put Super Saiyan 3 Goku up front here. Okay, the orbs aren't amazing right now, but that's okay. Okay, sure, I guess that works. Alright, let's see how we're looking here on turn 1. Nice, Goku's starting out good with the dodging. We love to see that. Hopefully more of that to come. We do have a pretty dodge-reliant team. It's almost every single unit on our team, actually. So the potential for a dodge-canceling phase could be really detrimental to us. So we'll have to see if that comes up at all. Unfortunately, we get hit by that super attack, but it didn't do too much damage to us. We definitely didn't, like, double-digit tank it or anything. This is looking like a real fight, right? If the brand new 10th anniversary headlining unit is taking damage, then the fight's real. So let's just keep that in mind as we continue on. But the one thing to consider is that, you know, what I've noticed they had done throughout all of the other stages, and I've talked about this in a bunch of the other videos I made on this event already, is that the power scaling on this event is kind of notching up. Each time they give you access to new heights of leader skill, right? So now that we're on the 10th anniversary stage, the access to leader skills has gone up again, because now for the 10th anniversary we have access to above 200% leader skills. We get the 220s from the Carnival LRs and then the 250 from Vegito, right? So it would make sense that the scaling of this stage has gone up to account for the potential for you to have you know, higher stat pools on your team. So that is where we're at a bit of a hindrance with this content, because we are just running a straight up 200% team rather than anything more than that. So yeah, that could end up hurting us a little bit, but we'll have to wait and see how that looks. Okay. Let's just continue to focus down Vegeta first. I'm actually going to grab this orb so I can get all of these reds with Beast Gohan. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to switch to here for Beast, just in case Daima Goku doesn't kill. Daima Goku probably won't. He does need a little bit of build-up before he can really output anything, and then we'll have Glorio finish them off. Yeah, that's probably the smartest way. Just to maximize the damage we're doing, because then both of our last 2 attacks will be, or last 2 slots worth of attacks will be type effective. So we'll get the most amount of damage in possible here. One thing that was really good for us, potentially, if there is like a dodge canceling phase coming up later in the fight. Oh no, we got hit by that. Oh, okay. It didn't really do much. We're fine. But yeah, one thing that is really, really lucky for us is the fact that Tech UI came out on turn 1. Because he's not going to get access to his domain, which, you know, allows him to become an absolute behemoth with the guaranteed dodges for 1 turn and the counters that are going to be doing a ton of damage, right? And then obviously just his super attacks are going to be doing more damage and stuff. And then also with the domain, he's going to be dodge canceling. So if there is a dodge canceling phase, then we're going to be protecting both of our Glorios, our other UI Goku, our Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and our Daima Goku, who all need to depend on dodging. So yeah, then our Tech UI would be able to, you know, come and clutch there and help all these units out. But yeah, so the fact that he gets that active on his... Sorry, I need to take a quick pause here because I don't know whether I want to keep the UIs together or not. It is turn 3. And we did just mention about the turn 5. I think we're going to go ahead and do it like this. I want to keep them together just because Tech UI is about to transform on the next turn. Yeah, yeah, this is smart. This is smart. We'll do this. We'll do this. All right, cool. That way, just in case the next phase happens to be a dodge canceling phase, then we won't have to... Wait a minute. I just realized we're fighting Daima Goku and Vegeta together, which means there's only one more phase to this fight. Wow. It's probably going to be quite a beefy one. We'll see. But yeah, so because I was saying, because Tech UI came out on the first turn, that means we only have to wait exactly until turn 5 to activate his domain, which is good. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass when he, you know, starts in slot 7, and then you can't get the domain up until like turn 7. So that could be really detrimental. But yeah, this way, with keeping them on rotation, we won't have to deal with, like, if we come back around to this rotation next turn, or, you know, in 2 turns, and then all of a sudden it's dodge canceling, and then AGL UI and AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku are screwed because they both needed to dodge, and then the Tech UI wasn't coming up to activate the domain until the very next turn after that, right? Okay. We don't need to use any of the actives. I think we have enough attacking power because we've got a Glorio on rotation here. We're definitely going to finish off this phase on this turn. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we're going to save all the actives for the next phase. We'll have a solid 5 turns to finish off that entire fight. So yeah, with all the actives under our belt, that will definitely be helpful, doing the max amount of damage that we can. But yeah, we should be fine here between a partially built up Daima Goku, the type effective Beast Gohan, and then Glorio himself. Like, I would be amazed and appalled if we didn't actually finish off this phase here. Alright, obviously Daima Goku not doing too much with the type disadvantage, didn't get any crits out for us, which I wasn't really expecting. Mine doesn't have a very beefy build or anything like that. He is only 55%, so nothing too crazy there. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we actually are getting really, really bad RNG because no crits with Daima Goku at all. Only 1 super attack from Beast Gohan, and, well, I mean, he was in the middle slot anyway, so it wouldn't have made a difference, but he didn't take any attacks to, like, build up any extra stats or anything. Okay, and then it looks like Glorio, the man, the myth, the Glorio, coming in clutch, cleaning things up for us. Okay, awesome. So we did actually finish off the phase. Okay. Perfect. So now we've got 5 turns to get everything going. We've got 2 out of our 3 active skills ready to go here. All right, before we do this, let's go ahead and take a look at his abilities. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, it is just a straight up fight. He's not doing anything crazy to us. He didn't seal anybody. There's no locking, no dodge cancel or anything. All right, well, no problem. I think we're going to keep our rotations just like this. Let's go ahead and transform Tech UI here. Get that domain up. Which, obviously, the domain is going to be... Okay, so superclass enemies and allies get a buff. So, obviously, the enemy is going to be hitting us a little bit harder. And then, at least the enemy is not Realm of Gods. So, he's not getting the extra... you know, that extra 15% attack. But yeah, we just have to keep in mind that this enemy is going to be hitting us a little bit harder with that domain up. So yeah, it'll be good that we've got all these dodging units. So hopefully we just won't have to see any hits being taken, right? Oh, Oh, that was the cancel. I was like, wait, I didn't see the little dodge cancel symbol, but it's the cancel dodge cancel symbol because of the domain. Got it. Okay, I guess name of the game at this point, just select as many same type orbs as we can in case to build up for that Dokkan attack, and then also just to protect our HP a little bit. Who do we got coming up next? STR, Int, and AGL. Okay, STR, Int, and AGL. Ooh, this is a little bit awkward. I'm probably going to end up putting... I don't even know. Okay, let's just do that then. Sure. I would have liked to get those green orbs to fall a little bit better, but that's all right. Wow, 30 million with the the active skill turn plus the domain active and being linked with Tech UI makes a lot of sense. Hopefully we can get that triple super turn, do as much damage as possible. As you can see here, this guy has a huge HP pool. We are doing quite a bit of damage and still kind of barely touching him. Okay, this is going to be really, really big, though. Because we've got Tech UI in the second slot here, he's going to be able to do all of his super attacks, build up a bunch of damage for us, build like a bunch of attack stats and stuff, and then he's going to put out all those counter attacks, right, once he gets hit. I think it's like 4 or 5 times he's about to get hit with attacks. So yeah, we'll get a bunch of dodges and counters there. Very nice. And he even eats the super attack. Very good. So now we don't have to worry about like being KO'd on the rotation or anything like that. I really would like to see some more critical hits would be nice. All right, perfect. Yeah, this actually, again, works out really, really well. I think we got pretty lucky here that Tech UI did start on that very first turn for us, because not only were we able to proc his domain on turn 5, we started this second phase on turn 5, which means we're going to get turn 5, turn 7, and turn 9, all with the domain active, all with Tech UI doing a bunch of damage against this guy, right? So that is certainly very lucky for us. All right, same deal. Let's really hope that we're getting some crits off with Glorio here. Oh my goodness, beautiful. 32 million. Come on, one more critical hit. Ah, too bad, too bad. Oh, but we even get another attack. Oh my goodness, 39 million? Wow, he is looking quite insane with that domain up. That is crazy. Okay, so far, I think we are on track to finish this off in 10 turns. Oh, would you look at that. We have the Super Saiyan 3 transformation ready to go as well. We should probably proc that, yeah? Because remember, giant transformations allow you to have free turns, basically, of damage. So yeah, let's go ahead and push this through. And then we'll start selecting some orbs here. Get a free turn of damage in, and then we will hope that... Ooh, let's see. The orbs look so bad right now. Oh no. I guess we could just grab these. Yeah, that's fine. Ugh, it's looking ugly. Okay. But yeah, let's hope that Goku launches a super attack right here. Because then if he does, then when we defuse and go into Super Saiyan 4 Goku, then on this following rotation, we won't have to worry about the threat of a super attack coming at us, right? Just to make sure we stay safe for a little bit longer. All right, this was kind of an ugly turn for orbs. That's the only thing that really sucks here. We weren't able to get nearly as much attack power out of this giant transformation that we could have. But it's all right. We are definitely ahead of the game when it comes to damage output, so we are perfectly fine. It looks like we've already depleted him down to about 50% HP, and we still have 4 turns to go, so. All right, there he is, Super Saiyan 4 Goku. All right, sweet. Okay, so... Oh, I didn't even pay attention if he launched his super attack or not. Whoops. Okay, I guess it's still possible he could. Okay, well, first things first, let's start out with the Daima-Goku active here. All right, get a little bit of free damage in there. Awesome. And then, I actually am not super... I don't remember this guy's kit. Let me take a quick glance and see if he's capable of sitting in slot 1. No. He's kind of all damage. I mean, he has guard, but he doesn't have damage reduction here, and he doesn't have an insane defense stat either. So yeah, we'll probably put Daima Goku up front. Or, well, okay, here's the other thing. I could just use the Beast Gohan active, right? I probably should, right? Yeah, let's just proc the Beast Gohan active, and then it's not really going to matter which one of them is in slot 1, because the enemy's just going to be hitting Beast anyway, right? I guess the only thing we're risking here right now is the fact that Beast has type disadvantage, and the domain is up, which is buffing the enemy, right? So if he manages to get super attacked or something, I'm not sure if this stage actually has enough attack power to hurt Beast Gohan, right? But nonetheless, we are going to find out in a moment what our fate is here. Okay, we'll grab these. So yeah, remember that, like, it can be a really good strat. Oh, yeah, and then here's the super right away. Okay, let's see it. Let's see it. Are we good? Yeah, we're good. Nice. But yeah, so the strat is always... Well, not always, but sometimes the best strat can be to put Beast Gohan in that third slot there. That way, you know, he can take as many hits as possible in the first two first two slots in order to build up as much attack power as possible, and then you get a really, really strong attack coming from him, right? And then once his Team Protector mechanic is burned through, and you don't have his active skill anymore, he is still one of the best units on the team as far as, like, tanking and stuff, but he isn't quite as useful because he doesn't have, like, stuff to use anymore. He's just, like, a straight-up damage-dealing and tanking unit. So it's not as important to have him on rotation as it would be prior when you're going to need to proc that Team Protector mechanic, right? Alright, so there we go. The strat paying off. Beast Gohan doing some mighty fine attacks for us. Very, very high attack stats. Taking full advantage of that Tech UI domain. It's funny, when I was building the team, I was contemplating even running Tech UI, just because he does get me killed in slot 1 a lot and stuff. Like, he's just... As a dodging unit, he is just not as reliable as he could be, right? Okay, we'll go ahead and get this Glorio active first thing, and then go from there. Okay, perfect. We get one of our attack disables there. Should we? I think we should probably run this the same way. Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep the rotations exactly the same like this. But yeah, I was considering, because we were going to be fighting against all 3 of the, fights were going to be against pure Saiyans, I was considering running the Tech God Goku banner unit. Just because he would have had a ton of tanking ability in here. But I opted to go with Tech UI instead, and now because of this domain buffing the ever-living hell out of all of our characters, I am really happy that I made this decision. Because obviously with the Tech UI, now we're doing a ton more damage, not just with him, but with all of our other characters too. So yeah, the RNG played in our favor very, very much for Tech UI. But yeah, the only reason I was considering that was because of the 10-turn mission. If we didn't have the 10-turn mission there, then I was definitely just going to use the Tech God Goku instead to ensure that we didn't get KO'd, right? Which, now that I know that there's no dodge canceling phase, which was even safer, right? Because that was another thing that I had to factor in, was like, I had heard that it was a very tough fight. Oh my goodness, that was a lot of damage. Okay, we definitely didn't want to get hit by that one, but that's okay. That's okay. We survived. That's all that matters. The irony of that situation, had Tech UI just gotten us killed right there, I would have been mortified. After everything I just finished saying about why it was a good idea to use him. Okay, can we get some crits, Glorio? 1 crit would be nice. 1 crit at least. If we got to survive through to the next turn, so be it, but... Oh, my goodness. Come on, Glorio. Alright, at least we know that we only have this one last turn to survive through, right? Oh, that's very convenient. We just got the AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku passive skill effect. Because we were below 44% HP, we recovered 44%. Very, very good. That is awesome to see. Okay, and then, yeah, this is probably going to end it right here. This friend Glorio active, right? Surely? Especially with... Oh, Okay, never mind. Not even close. Okay, let's finish this off with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Why not? Since we attack disabled that first attack just now, we don't have to worry about him taking any slot 1 attacks or anything, so we'll just give him this and watch him bust out an 18-key super for us, and that should be GG's. All right. Yes, sir. Awesome. There we go. Okay. Well, I can kind of see what people were saying about the stage. I could see people getting caught here, right? Obviously, I have access to, like, most of the best units in the game, minus the brand new headlining units. But yeah, I could see how people would think this is very difficult if they don't have, you know, a lot of these top-tier units. Or, you know, if they just don't have the best, like, team-building strats and things like that. Okay, well, there we go. That is 3 missions done in 1 run. To be honest with you, I really did not expect to get the 10-turn thing done with the Super Type team. The Super Type team there, I did primarily focus on defense. Like, if you noticed, I had a ton of dodging units and stuff like that. But there you go. We were able to do it. I actually, like, my damage building, you know, team that I thought would do it in 10 turns was going to be the Extreme Class team. Which we are actually going to run right now. So yeah, I'll go ahead and show you guys what I had ready to go for this. We might even just get the 10-turn thing done again. Oh, shoot. I'm going to have to find the team here real quick. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one. Okay. So yeah, no 10th anniversary headliners here, but that's because obviously we're going with Extreme Class, and there aren't any Extreme Class 10th anniversary headliners. Well, yet. Maybe there will be in part 2. We'll see. So yeah, this is what we've got rolling with, full rainbow team here. This was actually a bit of a struggle for a couple of these units. There weren't insane options for me to pick on the tech or AGL side of things with this team build, but I still think it's the best way to go. We just have access to too many really, really amazing extreme class units on, like, uncontrollable power specifically, but then more generically on the Int Broly team in general, right? So yeah, I didn't really want to bring the Tech Broly. I mean, he's going to do a lot of damage for us, so it definitely was going to be helpful for the, like, 10-turn mission. But yeah, I really didn't want to bring him just because I know he is liable to get caught, potentially. But now that we've run through the fight once, and we already know, you know, what our, you know, like, what the phases look like. We know we don't have to really deal with many boss mechanics. We know that he's not going to end up getting sealed or locked in slot 1 or something. So we should be able to, you know, sit here and protect him throughout the majority of the fight. Okay, as nice as it would be to have Buhan on rotation, I think keeping the Brolys together here is smart. And then we'll just get Buhan around to that other rotation, have him linked up with maybe, like, Janemba or Cell Max or something. We'll see what we end up doing there. Okay, for now, let's try not to attack type disadvantage. That's kind of what we're doing for the entire thing, right? Is avoiding the type disadvantage attacks. Since we don't have the ability to do any type advantage attacks. Okay, there we go. We're able to get a lot of... Ooh, do I want to save those for next turn, though? Oh, I kind of can't. Otherwise, he doesn't get to super attack. Okay. Because you remember... Buhan is gonna need those rainbow orbs selected in order to build up his damage reduction and stuff, right? Okay, we hate that. The slot 1 super. Definitely not the best. I think we do have a couple of healing options on this team. I can't remember if that Buhan does any passive healing, or does he do healing on his super attack effect? One of the two, maybe both. Healing in his passive and on super attack effect. And then I think the Janembas have metamorphosis, but... Or I say the Janembas because I'm always used to using Int Janemba and Physical Janemba on this team, but because of the Rainbow mission, we already had the Int Brolys as our leader, and then our secondary Int unit was the Buhan, so we were unable to bring a third Int unit, otherwise we wouldn't be able to bring a unit of all 5 typings. So yeah, I had to forego bringing Int Janemba on the team, unfortunately. Because yeah, if we took off the AGL Full Power Frieza and put on... Int Janemba, this team build, like, the power of the team goes up, like, 2 points. It's quite ridiculous. Okay, speaking of quite ridiculous, here's Buhan with his ridiculous onslaught of attacks. 26 million. Oh my goodness. He is so good. I love using this unit. Okay. Looks like bye-bye Vegeta. Guys, it's turn 1. It's turn... what are we... Oh my god. This is insane. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and keep these two together. Yeah, we'll go Cell Max first. He's got a lot of good defense there and type advantage in slot 1, so we should be fine here. He's also gonna build up as he gets hit. And then, yeah, probably smart for us to keep... Because this guy doesn't have big bad bosses. Yeah, so we want to keep Janemba linked up with Cell Max there. Okay, well, so now you can very quickly see what I was talking about as far as this was the team that I built with the intent to, you know, do the whole 10-turn mission. Because, like, literally, we're already about to get onto the second phase, and it is turn 2. Had we had some slightly better RNG on that first turn, maybe, like, a couple more crits from Buhan, maybe, like, an extra additional attack from Tech Broly or something, we might have finished off this phase in 1 turn. So yeah, that was insane. But yeah, just the start of turn 2. There we go. Okay, so now we have 8 turns to get through this fight if we need. Shouldn't be too difficult, I don't think. All right, it just if we happen to get like KO'd in the process, that would be the only thing, right? Okay, so we'll go ahead and keep them there. And then obviously we're gonna rotate off full power Frieza. We definitely want to keep the Brolys together. This is gonna look a little better for us. There we go. Get some more healing in. And then I guess we can select these orbs. Nah, maybe we should save those int orbs for next turn, since we're not gonna get an 18 key either way. Yeah, let's do that. Honestly, full power Frieza is the unit I'm most worried about. Obviously, he looks the best. Oh, what are we gonna take here? Is this bad, or are we still good because of the domain? Yeah, we survive it because of the domain. Okay. But yeah, like, the AGL full power Frieza would be nice to put him in slot 1, but obviously, had we had him in slot 1 there, we would have just gotten KO'd immediately. Like, there's no way he would have survived that. So yeah, he is kind of the one throwaway unit on here. I suppose I could have brought, like, AGL Broly. Potentially could have been a good idea. Maybe if we end up getting KO'd or something, I might make that switch. We'll see. We'll see. Just depends. Just depends. I usually don't like to bring the AGL Broly on the Int Broly team, just because the Int Broly is always going to be prioritizing the domain. Because as you can see there, Int Broly is an absolute behemoth when he's got the domain up. And then the fact that he's our leader and our friend leader just means that we're going to proc it twice. So for the majority of the fight, the AGL Broly is going to be stuck in base, and then he's not going to be having nearly the offensive or defensive power that he could with his domain active, right? But then if you choose to forego the Int Broly domain and then instead are going with the AGL Broly domain, you still are running a similar risk, right? Because now you have 2 Int Brolys that are not quite as strong as they could be. So yeah. Alright. We've got big bad bosses on him as well. Do we want to continue to keep Cell Max in the first slot? Or do we switch it up and do this now? I think this is probably smart, because Cell Max is going to be better defensively, but Int Buhan is going to do more damage for sure, right? Yeah, so let's just run it like this. Let's just run it like this. My boy Int Buhan has never failed me yet, so hopefully that can continue to be true. I guess same type orbs. Look how much healing we get from this one red orb. A solid like 3 or 4%. That's pretty good. Oh no! You gotta dodge, please! Please! Oh no, he's not dodging. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That was bad. That was really bad. Okay, now it's looking a little precarious. We might get KO'd here. Uh-oh. That was, definitely the wrong decision. Okay, well now we potentially have a super attack to take in that last slot. So I guess we'll just hope that Cell Max, really is that guy. And then, yeah, wow, hold on. We're doing, like, no damage. All of a sudden, turn 10 not looking so easy. We absolutely dominated through that first stage, but then the damage output has just fallen off here, wow. Yeah, the RNG was in our favor for the beginning there, but not so much anymore. Can Cell Max turn things around for us? Additional super, please? Ah, my goodness, just the additional normals. So he Okay, so he didn't crit. Wow. Yeah, okay. That's fun. That's fun. All right, let's go ahead and I think we could probably run this the exact same way. Huh. You're gonna be okay here? Yeah, this will be fine. This will be fine. Sure. We'll go ahead and try it again the exact same way. I think we made a little bit of a blunder with where we placed all of our units, right? So we just need to keep in mind that we aren't fully invincible, especially against that second stage, right? But yeah, like we were doing such little damage. It didn't look like we were gonna be heading right toward that, right toward that 10-turn clear. Which obviously we don't need since we were lucky enough to get it with the super type team, but still. Just something worth mentioning in general. I always forget that he's doing an attack when we activate that domain. I forgot last time to also switch him to the Int Vegeta, so we could do a little bit more damage there. Okay, this rotation sucks really bad. I think I'm gonna do this. Because the friend unit has more defense. Yeah, I guess. And then it's turn 1 anyway, so if this ends up just being kind of a flop, that's fine, and then we can just jump back in again, you know? No big deal, no big deal. Alright, there we go. Let's see how we fare on this first turn here. Definitely not going to be nearly as good of a first turn as we had the last time. But we'll see. Yeah, it's going to be quite interesting if we do start to struggle a little bit here getting through this phase, or this entire stage, right? Considering how, like, easy it was for us to just clap that, that stage with the super type team. But yeah, it's also worth noting that we did get very, very lucky with our rotations on that superclass thing, mainly with the tech UI. He was absolutely our GOAT. Okay. Yeah, so definitely not getting as lucky as we could have this first turn around. Instead of just having a sliver of health on Daimogoku, it looks like we have the entire bar of his health. But obviously we had 3 units that have type disadvantage against him, so that's a little bit bummy. And we didn't even finish off Vegeta either. Jeez. Okay, definitely gonna put Cell Max in slot 1. We want to get Janemba a turn. Oh, shoot. I should have attacked. Okay, well, at this point, it's fine. I should have gone for the type advantage attack on Daimogoku there, but it's all right. Yeah, we're really not playing this perfectly with the Extreme Class team, are we? Unfortunate, but it's all right. Okay, so we're able to get that 18 key super there with Cell Max. Oh, wait, it's an attack all anyway, right? Oh, I always forget about that. It's so rare for us to fight against multiple enemies in, like, challenge content where I would end up bringing Cell Max in the first place. I always forget about the AoE. Alright, cool. Decent bit of damage in there. Only 1 enemy left to deal with, which is good. Less enemy attacks to take. Alright, and then this is really good too. Getting a turn of slot 2 for Janemba. Because remember, in slot 2 and 3 is when he's going to be building up all of his stats, so we can end up doing more damage output. That's just going to help us get through that final phase a little bit quicker. Which I'm still looking to do, right? Like, obviously, I don't really care about the 10-turn thing. It would be cool to be able to have achieved that with both the Superclass team and the Extreme Class team. But as I already have the mission done, I don't really need to do the 10 turns. But we still want to do as much damage as we can, as quickly as possible, just to make sure that, you know, we are... just to make sure that we, you know, have less turns in that final fight. Just because that means it's less potential times we could take a super attack and die, right? Okay, let me refresh myself on his kit really quick for exactly the buffs he's giving himself per Key Sphere and Rainbow Key Sphere obtained. Okay, let's see. So he is getting a lot of defense per Key Sphere, and then he gets up to 66% damage reduction with the Rainbow Key Spheres if you get 3 of them. Okay, so I guess, like, he isn't actually going to be that amazing in slot 1? So then I need to get someone else over here to be in slot 1. So I think we kind of have to split Cell Max and Janemba. Technically, they're our best slot 1 units. Well, okay, let's keep going because we have them on rotation together right now. Let's go ahead and keep going with Buhan in slot 1 and see if we can make that happen. Like, okay, like, let's select all these. So that's 9 orbs, and we got the 3 rainbow orbs. He's only up to 400k defense, but he also has 66% damage reduction. So maybe that's, like, good enough. We're not really going to find out for sure until we get to the next phase and know. We're going to grab all those just so that we can get a full 24 key with him, as much damage as possible, and then same deal here. We foregoed same type orbs there in order to do that, but that's fine because we're already at 100% HP. Just obviously we're not building toward that Dokkan attack any quicker, which is perfectly fine. If all goes according to plan, we won't even get the Dokkan attack to proc prior to winning, right? Okay, well, we didn't even need Tech Broly there. Okay, and then we did our rotations properly. We should have... Oh, no. We actually... Because we floated the one that we activated the domain with. So, we actually don't have the domain available to us now. That is perfectly fine, though. Okay, we're looking really solid here with the defense. 900k... should be enough for us, right? Yeah, I think we'll be all right here. Okay, I'm hoping that maybe I didn't make a mistake putting Cell Max in slot 1. I still want to get one more turn of Janemba in slot 2 here so that he can, Ooh, wait. I want to keep all the rainbow orbs for Buhan next turn. So yeah, you know, I want Janemba to be able to build up one more time. Okay, let's see if it was a mistake or not. Okay, we're fine. We live it at least. We live it. That's good. Obviously, Janemba, I think he had a great chance to nullify that because it's a Ki Blast Super, so we probably would have taken 0 there with Janemba, but that's fine. We lived it, and we still got plenty of HP left to work with. And then a lot of our units on this team have really, really high defense, especially at this point. So as long as we're diligent about selecting same type orbs from this point on, we're going to be able to get that HP back pretty easily. I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem for us. Especially because of the Metamorphosis link is going to be helping us a little bit too. I think Cell Max has it, Janemba has it, and then Buhan has it as well, question mark? We'll have to double check that. And then, yeah, Buhan himself has a bunch of healing properties in his kit, right? So we should be good to go. Okay, now this is the scary part right here. That's a little bit scary because now we have an Int Broly without the domain active for the first time, so we're going to have to see what that looks like. But the good news is that this Goku already supered this turn, right? So we should be safe. Okay, perfect. All right, now we get the Tech Broly transformation. This is about to be a massive turn from Tech Broly. Unfortunately, he's not going to be linked up with another Broly. Yeah, he's only got the 2 links active. So that's going to hurt his total damage output. Which actually, because of that, I'm considering not using his active skill this turn and waiting 1 turn. Yeah, let's actually not use his active here. Let's save it. Okay, so we'll get 4 rainbow orbs, 11 orbs total. That should make him look very, very good. And then there we go. There's all of our HP back. Because obviously, he gets a ton of extra healing per orb obtained, right? Okay, so only at 360k defense, but we have the full damage reduction set up there. Alright, and then if we grab all of these orbs, he can get a full 24 key. Again, saving that active skill until he can have better links active on the turn. And then a full 24 key for Frieza as well, back up to 100% HP. There we go, easy peasy. Okay, post-super, this guy should be looking perfectly fine here. Probably not going to have to worry about him taking too much damage. It is scary because I'm not sure how literally all 3 of these units would handle a super attack here. So We'll have to see. But we do have upwards of 700k HP to work with. So I would be pretty astonished if he managed to actually KO us with the super attack here, right? I think it's definitely... I wouldn't put it past him to, like, take a lot of our HP. We could probably get hit pretty hard with a super attack, but I don't think we'll get KO'd. I don't think so. Especially because, like, this Broly has type advantage. He supered multiple times. And then the Frieza's going to have some damage reduction as well, right? Oh my goodness, no, Frieza. Oh, okay, he had to get hit once first. And then we were good. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Holy everything. Okay, so we got... A lot just happened here. A lot just happened here. So at the... So Frieza took the one hit and then tanked, and that was good. Okay, so at the start of the turn here, we have a revive available to us because the Int Broly is, you know, post-domain effect. So he's got his revive up. And then we have the Cell Max active skill that's going to be that Team Protector mechanic, as well as the Janemba Rage mode here. So what do we want to use in what order? I guess the very first and smartest thing would be just get the domain up again. That way all of our units are doing the most damage that they possibly can. Okay, cool. A little bit more chip damage in there. We've got the domain up. And then, I have to remind myself... Okay, wait. So, we're gonna... Let's use the Janemba Rage mode first, I guess? And then the Cell Max active? That's probably the best way to go, right? Yeah. So we'll go Rage mode. Cool, we get the full 24... Or full 23 key, I suppose, for the full 24 key super. Same deal again. Nice. That's a pretty solid turn of orb selection. We should be doing some decent attack here. Okay, 19 million. Not bad, not bad. Okay, now let's pay close attention and see if he actually does super attack us here. That is going to be relevant for this next little bit, to know if he actually did put out a super attack or not. I'm going to have to double check Cell Max's kit again and see exactly what his active skill does. I mean, I know that it's going to be the target all mechanic. But I can't remember if it actually launches a super with it or if it gives a buff on top of that and stuff. So we'll have to see. Because obviously anytime you use the, like, Beast Gohan target all mechanic, you're going to, you know, you're going to want to put him in slot 3 a lot of the time for the extra damage. So I just want to see if there's anything like that with Cell Max. Okay, so he didn't actually super, which means we do potentially still have a super attack to take. But Cell Max has 1,000,000 defense, so I think we'll be all right. Let's see here. Okay. So massively raises attack, causes ultimate damage, and then defense 999 and directs... Okay, yeah. So he's gonna be chilling, right? Okay, but there's no reason that we have to put him in, like, a later slot, right? So we can just launch this, and then we could just potentially put him in slot 1. There's really no reason why not. Or, wait, he does get built up with the attacks received, though, right? Let me just double-check his passive really quick and make sure. Okay, intro, basic effects, every attack performed, every attack received. Okay, well, that's just in general. They're not, like, per turn or anything like that, and he's probably gotten, like, his full build-up by this point, with how often he's been in slot 1. So, yeah, we should be fine there. Then I guess, goodness gracious, look how high his defense is there. That is insane. Wait, that's 11 million? He has 11 million defense. Okay, well, we are effectively invincible then. Alright, I guess we'll just do that with Janemba. Get some same type orbs. This is a full heal, for sure. Back to 100%. And then we can grab all these with Broly. Oh, cool. Okay, this is going to be quite a fun turn to see. And we should absolutely double-digit tank this. Nice. All right, 23 million from Janemba. He is fully stacked up at this point, so he is looking decent. All right. And then Sal Max gonna put in some work for us. Hopefully we can crit here. Nice. Yeah, just because he's got type disadvantage, right? So he's not going to be doing, like, any damage at all unless we're critting. And he does have a decent attack stat, but he obviously isn't, like, here to be our damage dealer. He's much more here to be, like, a defensive tank. Okay, unfortunately, just the one crit so far. Still got one more chance here. There we go. Nice. So, could have been a little bit better, but that's alright. It will service for the turn. Alright, and then a couple supers from Imp Broly, more Cell Max targeting. Okay, and we are in the clear. Nice. Okay, so now we still have the revive up, which is amazing, but I really, really hope that the revive isn't needed up here at the front, because now we've got the really, really big turn, right? So we're able to launch the active for Tech Broly, so we're going to get him his attack buff and everything for the turn. His guaranteed full 24 key super. Now with, ooh, how do we do this? Okay, this is better because it's one less orb overall, but we get the one additional rainbow orb, which is going to give him the additional damage reduction, right? So that is definitely the best selection we can go with. And then for the Tech Broly, this turn is also huge because now we have the domain up, because we were in between the domain selections last time. So it would have been really, really bad to use his active skill, but he is about to do some monstrous damage here. This is going to be ridiculous. Okay, so we'll select, I guess just, we only need the 3, right? Like, we don't really have to waste extra orb selection there, and then that is our only option, so we can grab those. All right, now let's see how we do here. There we go. The domain is also helping Buhan a lot with that slot 1 tanking, right? So that is another thing to note of probably why he had that really bad turn prior to the domain being up. Just, yeah, the extra stats definitely helped him out there. And then we had a really, really good turn of key selection. Wow, did that say 61 million? Did that say 61 million on the attack stat? Oh my goodness. Yeah, 36 million just as the additional super. You like that? It was definitely a smart idea for us to save that active skill. Holy moly. That is ridiculous. Thank you, Broly. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead, super him. See what happens. Well, okay, well, he did, hey, like, he took some damage, but he survived it. That's fine, that's fine. After all that damage output, it doesn't matter that we took all that damage because it's game over right here, right? This should be it. There we go, and we win. Bada boom. And that was like 7 or 8 turns, right? I believe. Yeah, that was massively under our 10 turn restriction there. So there we go. Cool. We were able to get the 10 turn clear with both the super class team and the extreme class team, without relying on the 10th anniversary headliners. That is the most exciting part of this, right? Obviously we did use the Great Ape Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but aside from that, we didn't do like a full Vegito team, or you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, that's definitely good. This gives me a lot of confidence going into the other challenge content. I haven't yet finished the Battle Hardened Formidable Foes stages. I have not finished the, you know, Goku story or Vegeta story Red Zone stages. So yeah, and also the anniversary battle stages. I haven't finished any of those yet, so I still have a lot of very tough challenge content to go into. And I, you know, don't have any of the anniversary headliners to build these teams with, so I am a little bit nervous about going into that content, but because of how we were able to perform here, I feel a little bit more confident going in, just a bit. Okay, so now the last thing that I want to do before we finish up this video, I'm going to come over here to the exchange shop. Let's check how many Chronicle tickets we have acquired. So, you know, we did farm up the first anniversary stage of this a bunch, and then after doing that, we went and purchased all of the things that we needed out of this shop, but there's still a bunch of extra crud just sitting in here, and I have all these extra tickets from the additional mission rewards and stuff, right, that aren't going to basically do anything for me since they're not adding anything else to this shop. So I think I'm going to need a little bit more tickets, though, because we have 125 right now, and we need probably like 150 in order to get through all of this stuff. So I guess what I'm going to do here, let's just go ahead and buy all of the wallpapers. It's literally going to do nothing for us because, as you can see, we already own each of these wallpapers that we're buying. So we're losing the ticket each time we buy it, and we're technically selling that wallpaper out of this shop, but we're not gaining anything from it because we already have the wallpaper. I showed this off in the initial Dokkan Chronicles video that I did where I was buying stuff in this shop. And I like proved by showing that I just have the one wallpaper, came into this shop, bought the wallpaper, and then went back to wallpapers, and it like doesn't change anything. You just kind of lose the ticket for nothing. So a little bit funky that they have it set up like that. But this isn't news, right, at all. So like, if you think about like the sell tab, if you are to go and like sell your Hercule statues, if you're already at the 2 billion zenny cap, or I guess 1 zenny less than that, the 1.99999 cap, and you sell a Hercule statue, it will let you sell the Hercule statue and give you nothing in return because you're already at max, right? So the same kind of thing is happening. We're already at our maximum owned, which is 1 for these, so it will let you purchase them, but then it doesn't give you anything else, right? Same thing if you were to get like an Awakening medal all the way to 9999, which I actually have done with the Version Z Goku medals that awaken him to LR. I have gotten those to 9999, and then when you run the stage again, you just earn more medals, but then you don't actually get anything for them because you're capped at 9999, right? Okay, so we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 5 times 20 is 100. We've got 100. Oh, so we can't actually, wait, we can't actually buy all of these. We do have enough tickets. Hold on, because we've also purchased some of these already, right? Okay, so I think this officially answers my question. Since I managed to farm up enough tickets to do this, I'm just gonna buy all these. There's literally no point in buying these, especially these ones right here, right? I could just go farm these up for free from the Epic Showdown event, but whatever. We bought them, so they're cleared out. There we go. And then the 19 of these. So yeah, because I had the ability to buy these so easily, I might actually hang on to some additional copies of these units. We're at the point where I've collected a 1 in every slot for every single free-to-play unit in the game. And then obviously I have that done for a massive amount of like the banner units and stuff as well. And I'm not spending a ton of money on the game anymore to where I could do that with like a lot of the Dokkan Fest units. So basically I'm sitting now at the point where I have close to 1,000 extra box space just chilling. Let's see. Yeah, 3. So it's, almost. There is still a chunk of units in here that are just like training fodder or whatever that need to be deleted. So it's probably close to like 800 box space or something that's just unused, right? So because these are very, very special units that we're going to be able to keep, I think I'm just going to, farm up extra copies of them. So I've already got the 1 Frieza rainbowed here, but then now I can just rainbow 3 more of them. And why not? There's special, collection units that there's a lot of people who are probably just never going to have these units. So being able to flex that I have multiple of them will be cool, just because I have the box space to spare, right? So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that for each of those units that we just picked up. And legitimately, I probably will just Baba those, Epic Showdown, the Angel Gokus. Those Last Hope ones, yeah, probably not gonna bother keeping those just because they're nothing special on Global, right? They're only special for the JP version because they don't have the ability to farm that card. So yeah, there we go. That is Dokkan Chronicles finally completed. And again, if they do pull something cheeky and add more stuff to the shop at some point later, then I guess I'm just gonna have to take my L and, oh, it's gone. I was like looking for the shop, but it's actually gone. Look at the Chronicle ticket shop isn't even here anymore because I bought everything out of it. So the fact that the ticket shop disappeared means I think that it's coded in a way where they're not going to add anything else to it. Because usually speaking, if they're going to add something else to the shop, it'll hang out where it's at. And then they'll be able to add more stuff into it, right? Like a perfect example of that would be, These shops, right? Well, I guess no, because you have the ability to transfer the coins regardless of if you bought the unit yet already. So then that wouldn't really apply. Yeah, like I wonder. I actually wonder if it's just a coincidence that every single shop now has you literally can't buy everything, right? Because even for these ones that have the like infinite farmable currencies, there's stuff that has no limit, so there's always going to be things you can buy in there because you can't possibly sell these things out, right? I wonder if there's an example of that. Well, if there is an example of that kind of shop, I don't have it here, right? Because I'm, I would have already sold it out, and so it wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be, like, remembering about it, right? Ooh, I need to go pick those up. Yeah, interesting. Oh, actually, this might be one. Is there anything... Yeah, okay, I'm gonna make a video on this, because obviously you can see I have a ton of these, so yeah, I'm gonna make a video on this and buy this entire shop, and then I guess I'll see if this shop disappears as well, even though they probably do plan to put more things in here in the future. Okay, well, anyways, I have rambled long enough. That has been the Dokkan Chronicles. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me through the entire Dokkan Chronicles mini-series here. Don't forget to check out the links in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace!